Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video, doing the European outlook for today's second video. So as always, on a Thursday, we're having a look at the weather in detail for the next week, 10 days across Europe, and I shall get time back for you in a moment. Just to say that Thursday video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast, and we've also got telescopic February forecast as well as a 10 to 14 day coming up for you later on. So busy day at GavsWeatherVids today. Please like, share, subscribe on all today's videos and content. And thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, I'm going to start off with the situation across Europe today. And we've got high pressure reaching up from the Azores into western and southwestern parts of Europe at the same time. Yesterday's storm is still pushing northward through northern parts of Norway, Sweden, and also Finland as well. Upper air temps looking very cold across much of northern Europe. Again, another push of bitterly cold air coming out of the Arctic southwards into Scandinavia and Nordic regions, but it's much milder across more southern and western parts of Europe with those upper air temperatures today. Precipitation wise, so lots of heavy snow and blizzards through Norway and also pushing northwards up towards Finland as well. Sweden largely dry, but a few snow showers are possible, and some wintry conditions through the Baltic Sea states of Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania as well. Then largely dry through much of Poland, Germany, back into the low countries of the UK and Ireland, by some wet weather moving into western parts of Scotland. Down to France, mostly dry bed, just some shower rain across eastern parts of France, and much of the Mediterranean actually looking mostly dry. Snow over the Alps, moving in towards like Austria, Hungary, those sort of areas potentially, but many southern and southeastern parts of Europe looking mainly dry. And the temperature today is very cold across northern Europe once again, but much milder across southern western regions, rather on the chilly side in the east. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll see high pressure dominating across much of France, Spain, Portugal. Low pressure in the Atlantic will combine with the ridge further southwards to produce a strong westerly flow, so westerly winds all the way from the Atlantic right way in towards Russia as well. That starts to push the coldness of the air away towards western Russia, so the cold air goes into retreat temporarily tomorrow, and we see those bitterly cold upper air temperatures easing their way towards the northeast. Looking very mild across much of western and also southwestern Europe with those upper air temperatures. Further snow moving into Norway, again because some blizzards with that, perhaps turning more towards rain across southern parts of Norway. And then we've got an area of snow through the Baltic Sea heading in towards the Baltic Sea states again. Otherwise, not dry weather though tomorrow across many parts of Europe, especially so from these more southern and western regions, and it will be very mild as well, so significantly above average temperatures through the west of Europe. Temperatures going into the teens Celsius across some parts of the UK, Ireland and also western France as well. The coldness of the temperature begin to retreat away towards the west of Russia and Finland and the far north of Sweden and Norway, becoming milder in the west. Most milder temperature gradually moving away a little bit further east on Saturday. We'll see high pressure again dominating across France, Spain, Portugal. Low pressure again is across more northern portions of Europe. Upper air temperatures looking mild or very mild, or maybe exceptionally mild across southern and western, southwestern portions of Europe. Cold air coming back in towards Scandinavia and Nordic regions, just flirting with the far north of Scotland there as well. Excuse me. So further rain and snow moving into Norway, and that pushing into Sweden as well as we're going through Saturday. Snow up into Finland and northwest of Russia too. Again, otherwise there's a lot of dry weather though as we're going through the course of Saturday. So again, many southern western parts of Europe seeing plenty of dry weather. Just some snow flurries over on the eastern side, particularly affecting parts of Ukraine. So sorry once again, everybody. And temperature-wise, yes, cold air beginning to dig back in towards Norway and Sweden. Never really goes away from northern parts of Finland, northwestern Russia. But otherwise, it's a mild scene. So chilly through these eastern regions, but probably slightly above average for the time of the year. And very mild temperatures across western, southern parts of Europe. Yet again, Sunday sees no real change to the scenario. High pressure again anchored and rooted around France, Spain and Portugal, drawing up those very mild southwest winds. This trough of low pressure will start to pull down some colder air into those far northern portions of Europe. So the upper air temperatures again looking cold in the far north. The cold upper air temperatures just about against the northern part of Scotland, but anywhere further south of that, generally quite mild in those upper air temperatures once again. Further snow across parts of Scandinavia and Nordic regions once again. Looks like could be really quite snowy through the Baltic Sea states there, and heading southwards into eastern parts of Poland, possibly western Ukraine. More towards rain as we push back through Germany and into the Low Country, Belgium, Holland, Netherlands. Further wet weather to western parts of Scotland as well. And then anywhere further south and west of that, just going to have a lot of dry weather, I think, once more. And certainly with that high pressure, bring most southwest winds and very mild temperatures. So again, away from the extreme north, it is quite a mild scene across most parts of Europe, exceptionally so once more across those more western portions. No change into Monday. High pressure again dominating through France, Spain, Portugal from the Azores. Low pressure further north, and cold air being restricted into the far northern portion of Europe. Again, the upper air temperatures look bitterly cold through Norway into Sweden, Finland, and coming southwards in towards the Baltic Sea states, and also some eastern parts of Poland and through to Ukraine as well. So that's where the cold weather will be. Elsewhere, southern, central, western Europe looking mild, very mild, or even exceptionally mild. And there's going to be a band of rain through Scotland into Denmark and also into Poland, and that will turn increasingly to snow on the northern and eastern edge through Poland as it engages with cold air. Anywhere further north of that, just going to see snow showers or snow flurries on Monday, and then to the south and west of that, under the big dome of high pressure, looking mainly dry once again, and very mild once more with both temperatures on Monday, with widespread temperatures through the west of Europe into the teens Celsius. Moving through to Tuesday, some slightly colder air starts pushing southwards in towards the UK and Ireland as a cold front shifts southwards. And notice high pressure just begins to weaken a little bit around France, Spain, Portugal. Around France, Spain, Portugal, although still there to some degree. And then Northern Europe is sitting under much colder air. So we see with the upper air temperatures on Tuesday, very cold across much of Northern Europe and into Western Russia. That cold air just starting to ease its way south a little bit into towards parts of Scotland and also Ireland. Anywhere further south of that, though, still looking at very mild or exceptionally mild with both upper air temperatures. A band of heavy rain that marks a boundary from the very mild temperatures to much colder temperatures in the north. Now, that to wet weather will be through Ireland and the UK in towards the Low Countries, Denmark, northern Germany, Poland, and to Ukraine. As it pushes towards the east, of course, it will turn increasingly to snow. Behind that, we have snow showers packing into Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And showers probably turning wintry into northern parts of Scotland as well. And then to the south of it, well, mostly dry, and that's where the mildest temperatures will be. Again, looking really mild from much of southern Europe and into southwest Europe as well. And look how mild it is even into the Balkans, to the Black Sea. I mean, those temperatures are very, very substantially above normal. But at the same time, cold air is increasingly intensifying there across much of northern and northeastern Europe. And that's probably the trend as we go through into Wednesday as well. Much of northern, northeast Europe sitting under that very cold air once again. Meanwhile, more low pressure coming in off the Atlantic into west parts of Europe, just weakening off that ridge from the Azores across those southern portions of Europe. Again, the upper air temperature mild across most central, southern, and also western, southwestern portions of Europe, but cold air has moved southwards in towards the northern half of Britain anyway, and then further north of that, well, bitterly cold air across Scandinavia and Nordic regions, and also into Baltic Sea states. And that cold air is coming a little bit further southwards in towards Denmark and also northern Germany, and also into northern Poland as well. Further heavy rain, you see the clear boundary, the divide between both mild and cold temperatures. It is along what is going to be a pretty active cold front through here. So again, anywhere further north of that is in cold air, anywhere to the south that is in mild air. And yeah, we see outbreaks of rain from the Atlantic into Ireland, into Britain, into the Low Countries, Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, into Germany, into Poland, and on into Ukraine. On the northern edge of that wet weather, there could be some snow. To the north of that, again, precipitation will be primarily snow through the Baltic Sea states and back in towards Scandinavia and Nordic regions, and just a few showers starting to break out in the central bowl of the bed with wet weather heading into Portugal. A sign of that the Azores High is weakening them. So very cold with the temperature on Wednesday across much of northern northeast Europe. That cold air gradually starting to ease its way a little bit further south as well. Notice how these yellow colours, the mild temperatures, are just beginning to get squeezed a little bit further southwards there as we go through. Hold on. Into Wednesday. So sorry everybody. And then that takes us nicely through to Thursday, when again we find that we've got low pressure dominate across western portions of Europe. And actually the cold air probably goes into retreat a little bit on Thursday. Look at the upper air temperatures starting to push those moderate upper air temperatures back northwards again. The coldest of the temperatures over Scandinavia and Baltic Sea states begin to retreat just that little bit further northwards once more. Lots of heavy rain piling into West Europe. We are getting wet weather even in Spain and Portugal by Thursday. You'll notice so the Azores High is definitely weakening. So turning very wet up the western side of Europe as that runs into the cold air. Some of that wet weather could turn to snow, particularly through Scotland, maybe into Denmark, northern parts of Germany and northern Poland. To the north of that, snow through Norway, Sweden, Finland, Baltic Sea states, etc., etc. And then we've got rain showers probably from the Balkans through to the Black Sea, except in mountainous areas where snow is likely. And yes, we could have further showers through parts of Italy as well. Bitterly cold temperatures across the far north of Europe as we get through into Thursday. Scotland looking really quite cold there, but you'll notice that for Ireland, England and Wales, the mild temperatures are beginning to push back northwards again. And anywhere further south and west of that, just generally looking pretty mild really as we go through into Thursday. Right, I'll just run you on to day 10 then, and we'll have a look and see what happens. So this is Friday, so then low pressure starts to dig further southwards, and we begin to pull some colder air into western parts of Europe, and that takes into the weekend of the 10th and the 11th of February, and it looks like it's an increasingly cold look to things really across many western parts of Europe under this large trough of low pressure. Notice the black line here, that's the jet stream, that's sinking southwards, so much of northern and west Europe going onto the cold side of the jet. At the same time, though, milder air could start moving up the eastern side of Europe with those southerly winds. Have a look at the upper air temperatures by day 10. And so we do see that Western Europe in particular is turning colder there. Southern Europe looking generally mild, and up the eastern side of Europe and into the northeast Europe, interestingly, the upper air temperatures are turning significantly milder. So it looks like the coldest of potential, perhaps moving more towards the west and northwest of Europe by day 10. However, that's a long way off, and I'm not sure that the GPS or any other model in particular, has got a true handle yet on where things are going by sort of days 8, 9 and 10. So watch this space on that. Right, that's European Outlook for this week. If you found the forecast interesting and informative, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. We'll be back in a little while with Terry Scold's February forecast, and we're going to have the 10 to 14 day coming up for you today as well, including all of the red features with that one. So for the European Outlook for this week, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.